see here. I'll tell you what, let's come back down. We've got a new member on board. He's checked in here before, but he became a member as of this morning. I hope you got my certificate there, Andrew. That would be KK7PQX over there in Dallas, Oregon. He's number 529. So, Andrew, welcome to the Yacht Group. You are now an official member and our first member of 2025. Good to have you on board. So go ahead, Andrew.
This is KK7QX. Yeah, I meant to become a member sooner, but forgot about it. But yeah, don't have a whole lot going on around here. Just got on some HF a couple minutes ago, and I think I heard Russia on there on 20 meters. But other than that, not a whole lot going on. KK7PQX, back to net.
Okay, very good, Andrew. Good to have you on board as our newest member, number 1. So, who knows how many more we're going to get in 2025. Hopefully, we got, I think, 33 new members in 2024. So we'll see how we do in the next 12 months. Welcome aboard there, Andrew. Hope to hear from you as often as possible. So let's see here. Let's come back to the United States here, and let's see here. Let's do this. Let's go over to Lower Michigan, and of course we've got a couple of young hams. We've got quite a few, as a matter of fact. We've got a whole bunch of hams in the Grand Rapids area. One of them is only 11 years old, and she's doing very well. Kirsten, KE8ZYD. Good evening, Kirsten. Welcome aboard, and how are things with you over there across Lake Michigan? Go ahead.
This is KE8ZYD. Hello, Ed and everyone else on the internet tonight. It was a pretty good day today. Yesterday was kind of crazy because when we went out to clean the chicken coop, one of our chickens was kind of having a hard time breathing. So we brought her into the vet, and so she wasn't doing so well yesterday, but she's doing better today, much better. One of our younger ones that we just got, Sprinkles, she was just wheezing. She was having kind of a hard time breathing, but we got her medicine, some chicken ibuprofen, and some antibiotics to put in her water. But she's doing much better today. So she's in the garage. She has to be quarantined from the other chickens for about 2 weeks. So she's on kind of like a vacation in our garage. But I have a joke tonight. Why do chickens only make one sound? Because they can't think outside the box. Nothing. We didn't do too much today. When my grandpa came over to work on my room, because we're doing kind of a room renovation in there. But so I'm downstairs. I moved downstairs. That's about all I have for tonight. We are working on our project right now, so we're going to try to finish that up tonight. So then we can practice through January into the beginning of February until we have to give our presentation there at Hamcation for the Carol Perry Youth Forum. With that, I'll hand it back to you. This is KE8ZYD. Back to you.
Okay, and this is KG8CX. Very good, Kirsten. Boy, for an 11-year-old, you certainly have a lot to talk about. sounds very good on the radio. I'm sure you'll do a great job down at Hamcation in a couple of weeks. So, with that, let's go over to your brother Ian. Let's see what's happening on his side of the, of the room, wherever he's at. So, Ian, good evening to you. And enjoy the winter weather that you're getting over there in the Grand Rapids area. KI8AN, good evening. Welcome aboard. Go ahead.
This is KI8AN. Hello to everyone else on the net. Yeah, I didn't do much today, like Kirsten said. Just kind of stuck around at home and worked on the project all day. I did get a chance to go outside for a little bit, so I went to go explore the woods with my neighbors, and we had a fun time out doing that. So we had a great time doing that, just exploring the woods for around half an hour. Hopefully we'll be able to go out and do it again sometime tomorrow. But yeah, we like doing that. So yeah, like Kirsten said, our chicken's doing a lot better. So that's pretty exciting. So wasn't doing so good yesterday, and then once she came home from the vet, she seemed perfectly normal and everything. So we don't know what was going on with her, but yeah. So yep. So she has to be in our garage, so I have to take care of the older ones. So yeah. So with that, I'll hand it back to you. This is KI8AN.
Okay, this is KJHCX. Very good. Now, here in Menominee, I don't think we're allowed to keep chickens in the city. Outside of the city, of course, it's a whole different story. But in the city, I don't think the chickens are allowed. Well, I don't know if you're really in the city or a town. It depends on where you're located, what the rules are. Well, anyway, very good, Ian and Kirsten. All right, let's move along here. Got a whole bunch of stations. We got 19 stations I've checked in, most we've had in a while. Let's go down to Amarillo, Texas. So we got a couple of, how about if we start with, let's see here, looking at my list, KI5KGE. Annie, good evening. How are things down in Amarillo, Texas? Go ahead, Annie. KI5KGE, you're up next.
Hi, thanks for picking up. Ed, KI5KGE. Yeah, sorry to go right away, because I disconnected. So yeah. Anyways, nothing really going on. Yeah, we had a good New Year's. We invited our friend over. So yeah. Yeah, that's all really. So I'll say 73, but I will listen. KI5, KGE, 73.
Okay, this is KJHCX. Well, very good, Annie. And you work on your extra class. I know it won't be long, and you'll be taking that exam, and hopefully you'll make it as an extra class young ham. And with that, let's go over to your sister, Ariana. Ariana, KJ5EWP. Ariana, good evening. Nice to have you on board again.
Just picking up Ed, KJ5EWP. Just going on right now. I hope everybody had a good New Year. A Happy New Year to everyone. I haven't started studying for my extra yet, so I might soon though. So, is this all? It's gonna get really cold too. I don't think we're getting snow, but I don't think we're getting snow. But that's really all. So, sign me free and have a good night, everyone. KJ5 EWP.
Okay, very good, Ariana. And hello to Mom there. I think I heard Mom in the background, and of course, your sister. Hey, and we haven't heard from Dad yet. Dad's, I think, in Oklahoma. So let's put him in on the group here. So, Dell, good evening to you. According to the screen, you are in Oklahoma at work. So, AG5QU. Go ahead, Dell. Welcome aboard.
All right, Ed, I appreciate you. Thanks for picking me up. AG5QU here. Yeah, we're at work in Oklahoma, so this tonight and next week, Saturday, we'll be calling you from, well, today we're south of Oklahoma City, staying in a city called Pauls Valley, so that's where we're at this week. We'll be moving in a couple of days back over to the Duncan area, so we'll be back over there when we talk next Saturday. So, yeah, just we're working days, so that's good. It allows me to check into the net. When we're working nights, I really don't usually have a chance. So I hope you don't get the idea. You know, those girls, they always say there's not a whole lot going on. You kind of get the idea that they just sit around twiddling their thumbs all day. And I promise you, that is not the case. They have stuff going on. Maybe it's something they don't want to confess, though. We'll put it that way. But I'm sure they do have stuff going on. So. Yeah, Annie's been studying pretty good on her extra. We had a club meeting today, and she just wasn't quite ready for it yet. So maybe next month we'll have to see. But yeah, we heard one of a couple of your callers, I think from Tennessee. They were up in Wisconsin, and we're actually getting ready to take our Wisconsin trip. My next time home, actually, in a couple of weeks, we'll be heading up to Wisconsin to the La Crosse area to visit family. We went to San Antonio for Christmas, so we got to go up to Wisconsin for our after Christmas trip, winter trip. So we'll be doing that. So yeah, it's going to be getting cold here. It's actually, I was looking at the weather. It's actually going to warm up slightly overnight, believe it or not, and get up to about 60. But then, boy, at about 8 o'clock in the morning, once that sun comes up and that wind starts coming down from the next, that temperature it's going to tank tomorrow. So we'll get to work in the nice cold weather all day tomorrow, but that's okay. We got to pay the bills. So again, Ed, we do appreciate it, and we will stay 73. It's good to see you have a nice big list today. So Happy New Year to everybody. I'm glad we were able to participate, and we will send it back to you, Ed. We do appreciate it. AG5QU.
Okay, and this is KGHCX. Very good, Dell. Always good to hear from you and the girls as well. Yeah, coming up to Wisconsin, yeah, I do remember you have family up in the La Crosse area, which is still about 5 hours away from me, but we can make it if we in about 5 hours, I think. And we've been through La Crosse many times in the past, so right on the Mississippi. Okay, Dell. Happy New Year to you and the girls as well. Okay, let's see here. I've got a few other stations that we need to get a hold of. Let's go to Wesley over there in West Virginia, KF8 AMV. Wesley is one of our young hams, and, well, he's our junior weatherman. KF8 AMV, good evening, Wes, and prepare for some wintry weather in a day or two. Go ahead.
This is Kilo Fox 8 Alpha Mike Victor. It's going good here in West Virginia. It's currently 24 degrees outside. We had a high today of 30, low of around 20. I had a good time at Trail Life today. We talked about service and about the snow that's coming. We're supposed to get 8 to 12 inches total. Supposed to snow for about 22 hours from Sunday at 10 p.m. to Monday at 7 p.m. Either 7 or 8, I forget. Back to this is KF8AMV.
Okay, very good, Wes. Good to hear from you. And hey, you're really going to get buried there. Good time to build a snowman or two. And hello to Andy and Mom and Dad as well. Okay, so you have a good evening there, Andrew, Wesley, and Andrew and the rest of the family. And hope you have a great New Year's coming up. We hope to hear much of you in the coming weeks and months. Okay. Now, let's see here. We've got a young fellow in Texas that's waiting for us. We haven't heard him on in a while, but he's been a member for a couple of years, and that's Josiah, KI5YQL. So, Josiah, welcome to the group again. I hope you had a good Christmas, and I wish you the best of 2025. So, Josiah, you're up next. Go ahead.
This is KI5YQL. Hello to Ed and everybody else on the net. It has been quite a while since I've joined. Sorry about that, but some stuff that has happened. Let's see here. So I broke my arm in September and chipped a tooth or whatever from falling down some stairs. I've set up. I got a radio set up in my room now, and I participated in Yoda this December, which was fun. And my dad bought the Yaesu FTDX 101 MP, which is a really fun radio. So that's all that I have been too ham radio active. Like I've done a couple of activated the mobile station every now and then, but I haven't been real active lately. But I just saw the time tonight, and I was like, hey, it's been a while since I've joined, so figured I would join. But other than that, don't have anything else to say. This is KI5YQL, back to net.
Okay, JCX here. Very good, Josiah. Not too bad about the arm, but that should have been healed by now. And chipping a tooth. Well, hopefully 2025 will be much more safer for you there. And yeah, good to hear from you. We missed you, but you know, there are other things that take precedence other than ham radio, school and family and church. So anyway, we're glad you're here, Josiah. So you have a good evening, good weekend, and join us again a little more often. Okay. Let's see here. Let's go over to one of our licensed pilots. He's been licensed.
This is K89HCL. Are you calling on me?
Yeah, go ahead, Clay. K9HCO, go ahead, Clay.
This is K9HCO. Okay, here we go. I was having trouble with my speaker is messing up again. Anyway, I am here now. It is great to be here. I missed a couple weeks, but I am still at home in beautiful Denver, Indiana. It was nice to have unseasonably warm weather and a ridiculous amount of rain so far over Christmas break. Although this week it finally started getting cold. As soon as we got into January, second day, we started getting highs in the low 20s. I don't know what the temperature is right now. I'd have to check it. But we have snow on the ground. We're expecting anywhere from, I believe, 3 to 6 more inches of snow in the coming days. Oh, it is 12 degrees right now. Feels like 1. That would be Fahrenheit. So that is a lot of fun, especially considering I'm used to sunny Florida. So this is an adventure. I love it. I love dressing for this weather. Legitimately. I am glad that before the weather turned too cold, me and Dad were able to string up my 20-meter antenna for my HF rig. Unfortunately, it's a little bit too long, so we need to shorten it, and then I'll be able to get back on HF. That would be great. Although we did discuss bringing the Icom Semi 300 up here, hooking that up, and with the big vertical antenna that we have. But we'll see what happens. I'm going to try to get my old Kenwood TS520 up and running. Try to get that working on 20 meters so I can talk on that. That would be great to use. Love my old radio. Not much going on here. Just went to Couch County Club, Amateur Radio Club monthly breakfast in Logansport. That was a lot of fun. I gotta get back in gear. I'm thinking about heading back down to college now for my final semester before I graduate with my bachelor's degree in history. Finally! So that'll be great when that finally happens. It is great to see everyone on. Good to hear all the fun that everyone is getting up to. And I hope everyone has a great rest of their night. I'll go ahead and, before I go on too long, I'll go ahead and say 63, 73, and all that other good stuff, and send it back to Net Control. This is Kilo Delta 9 Hot Grilled Oysters.
Okay, very good there, Clay, KGHCX. Yeah, good to hear from you there, and yeah, well, maybe one more semester or two, and you'll be graduated with a degree. That's great. So keep up the good work there in Indiana, and of course you're down in Florida for, I think, the Pensacola area for college. Okay, let's see here. We've got, I see K9GVN has dropped in. That's Josiah in Illinois. First of all, let's go to Antonio. I think you're up there in Pittsburgh, N3AHC. Good evening, Antonio. Nice to have you on board as well. So what's happening by you there this evening? Go ahead. Welcome aboard.
This is November 3, Alpha Hotel Charlie. Good evening, everyone on the net. Hope everyone has a great new year. So, not much is happening down here except for the very, very cold weather. It's also pretty chilly down here in western Pennsylvania. Right now it's 18 degrees and it feels like 9, so the bunch of cold weather is happening. And also, I'm also supposed to get some snow as well. Not as much as West Virginia, but they're saying like around 4 to 6 inches for my area. So we'll see how that goes. And also, I'm also studying for my extra license as well. I'm just taking things day by day, see how it goes, and then of course with college, I'm spending some time studying for college as well. So that's all I have down here. This is N3AHC. Back to the net.
Okay, and this is KGHCX. Very good there, Antonio. Good to hear from you, and you have a great next couple of months. Have a great year, as a matter of fact. And good luck on your upgrade there. And check in when you can. Always great to hear your call sign on the audio speakers and in my book. All right, let's go to let's see, another Josiah, K9GVN in Addison, Illinois. And he's one of our hams who've been with us for a couple of years, haven't you, Josiah? K9GVN, welcome to the group, and go ahead.
This is K9GVN. Yeah, thanks for checking me in. And, sorry. Not too much to say right now. Yeah, I guess it has been a couple of years. It's been, I think, 3 years since I've joined, so it's definitely grown a lot, hasn't it? I think I was number 279, and now we're at, like, what, over 500, so I'd say that's pretty good. But, yeah, other than that, not too much going on. I didn't do too much today, but, trying to think, what have I done that's interesting lately? I've been working on a lot of projects lately, working on our model train layout. We do model trains in HO scale, and I recently glued down, I at least attempted to glue down the ballast on the layout, the little rocks around the rails, and I guess it I got most of it, but now the track is really dirty, and with the HO trains, at least with what we do, the electricity runs from the rails and then goes to the locomotives through the wheels, so the tops of the rails are really dirty, so I already kind of cleaned it, but I gotta go back and clean it some more, so it's been a little bit of a project, but got some, finally finished some other projects. I finished a bi-level, which is the double-decker passenger car, putting interior lighting in it. I'm going to reset. And then, what else did I do? I finished the locomotive, and I installed a decoder in it, and finally finished the locomotive that we had done an installation in, and it didn't work, so we fixed that. And that's about it for right now. And now, got a couple other projects to be working on too. So, anyway, I think that's about all I have to say right now. So I will hand it back to Net. This is K9GVN.
Okay, very good, Josiah. Good to hear from you. And you, by the way, are number 20 this evening, the most we've had in a while. 20 check-ins. We used to get 20, 25, 30 check-ins on a regular basis. That was a few years back. But hopefully 2025 will bring us back to can catch you this evening, KJ7AGQ. John, good evening, and what's it like up there in Washington there? Some more rain? Go ahead, John.
This is KJ7AGQ, and yep, you guessed it, more rain. It's 46 degrees and raining here in southwestern Washington, and I received a tripod that I ordered, but I still have yet to unbox it. I haven't opened it yet. A tripod for it can either connect to my phone or a camera or a telescope. So the tripod I had before was it's only like a foot. You're supposed to put it on a table or something. But this one is 6 feet tall at its max height. So it's a big upgrade. So I'll have to take it out of the box and see how it works. And take some more pictures. Because I'm into photography. And, yeah. But it's been raining, so maybe I'll have to wait till a dry day to take some outdoor pictures. This is KJ7AGQ, back to net.
Okay, and this is KJHCX. Very good, John. Together. Now, we know you take some pictures because you got some pictures on your QRZ page of a project you made while you were in high school. Okay, thanks for checking in, and you and the family have a great evening and a good weekend over there. Always good to hear from you. And let's see here, I'm looking at my screen, and I think we've got everybody. Oh, wait, no, we haven't Arnold on board yet. Yeah, I think he's the last one that I see we haven't talked to, K3TEL. Go ahead, Arnold, and prepare for some heavy snowfall in another 24 hours over by you. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I heard, K3 Tango Echo Lima. I didn't really do anything today. I did go over to the mall. The wind was blowing, very cold out there. And yeah, we went over to the mall, and then we stayed for a little bit and came home. I watched the Ravens. Ravens won over Cleveland Browns. And there's another game on with the Cincinnati Bengals. So I got that on, and I see Timothy is in there. Hi, Timothy, and hi everybody else. I got my rotor box out of the cabinet, and guess I'm going to have to play around with that. I'm looking for another 4-wire rotor box. My rotor's still good, and all that was from when I lived at the house, when I had the antenna up on the roof. So you can figure how old the rotor is back from the back from the 80s, believe it or not, and was still working. I think the problem is it doesn't circulate all around now. So it was taken off a roof from the house, not my house, but somebody else's house up the street. And I had it that long. I guess it's time for me to get another box. I think the rotor's still in good shape. It takes a 4-wire box. If I can get this, it's working. It just, I have to check it and find out what's going on. If not, maybe I'll go to a ham fest and pick up a cheap box and a rotor or something like that. All right, 7-3-0, and we're waiting for that white stuff to come. We haven't really seen that much white stuff, so I'm not going to complain. KGHCX, K3TEL, 7-3-0.
Okay, very good, Darrell. And yeah, it'll be shoveling snow, but you live in an apartment, so I don't think you have to worry too much about shoveling. The maintenance people take care of that. Okay, Timothy, you're number 21 this evening. the most we've had in many, many months. Always nice to have a good group out there. So, Timothy, KC3TDU, go ahead.
KC3CDU here. Hi there, Arnold. Hopefully you're doing well down there in Maryland. I was actually just on the Greenbelt repeater a couple of days ago for their Stay in Touch net. They have one that comes on at noon, and I was on there a couple of days ago. Anyway, good to hear our younger operators. It's always a good thing to hear the kids out there using their licenses and really taking advantage of that amateur radio license that they took their test and everything for. It's fantastic. I don't know, oftentimes I hear the younger operators and I think that could have been me if I wouldn't have waited until I was 20-something to take the test. But with all the stuff I had to take care of in school, being blind, it was a bit more difficult. Still, not an excuse. It just never happened, and still got my license. That's really what matters, at the end of the day. But, we have some of that light stuff, as Arnold calls it, snow. We have that, and they're saying the back roads are pretty nasty right about now. I don't know what tomorrow's going to look like. Right now we're at 18 degrees, so wind chill, wind fill, whatever the technical terminology is for that, is single digits. So that's all that I have for the net this evening. This is KC3CDU back to net control. See ya!
Hey, see ya too. Next week there, Timothy. You and your brother and the family have a great evening and enjoy those white flakes that come drifting down. Might get a couple inches by you there, if not more. Okay. Well, that brings us to the bottom of the list here. We've got quite a crew here. Almost 8 o'clock, 7:54 here in the Central Time Zone. And we've covered a whole bunch of stations. We had 15 youth hams and 6 others for a total right now of 21. Most we've had in a long while. For the first one of 2025. Okay, very good. I guess we'll close it up. Is there anybody else who would like to check in before we say good evening on this Saturday evening, the 4th of January? Anyone else? Any comments? Any further discussion?
CX 9ARZ, Kevin, Sturgeon Bay. Good evening.
Okay, Kevin, that's you. Go ahead. You're number 22 this evening. Quite a group we got. Go ahead, Kevin.
And that Ed, KGHCX, KA9ARZ. Glad to hear the nice turnout you have tonight on the YACHT net there, and following the QSOs on the frequency there. Of course, getting in with my Radio Shack HT and a 5/8 whip from my living room here in Sturgeon Bay. So guess propagation tonight working okay there to make the trip. Of course, would be besides very dark, be very cold outside if I was at the stone corner right now with the temperature hovering probably around 12 degrees. At least that was on my car's outside temperature gauge when I pulled in this evening there. So anyhow, yeah, with all the reports about the snow throughout the country, glad I got back home when I did from my Christmas time trip to Texas and back. Yeah, I got home on New Year's Day there and left the Sunday before Christmas there, visited various friends and so on, and of course took advantage of the nice weather. So yeah, where I drove through sounds like really going to get socked there. Like, you know, I visited a friend in South Central Illinois and probably really going to get hammered with some snow there. So anyways, glad I could add one to the count on very, I guess you could say, respectable turnout this evening. So back to you, Ed. Hope to be on the Canyon Net tomorrow night as well. KGHCX, K9ARZ, 73.
You have a good evening and a good week, a good day tomorrow. And I guess that about covers it for this evening. I don't see anybody new on board, so I will be listening for a few more minutes in case we have any real latecomers, but it's almost 8 o'clock. We've been on the air for just about 60 minutes, and that's the most in a long time. I don't expect we'll do this every single Saturday evening, but let's hope 2025 will bring a good group of you together and show the world that youth and ham radio is a very real thing, and we're doing our best to keep it going. So with that, I'll say 73 to all. Have a great evening and a good day tomorrow. We'll be back on Monday next week for the yacht chat sessions. So join us if you can. This is KGHCX 73 all, and God bless you, and we'll listen for a few more minutes.